Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. I am thrilled to be here, and I hope I'm thrilled to be here, and I hope you are too. I am going to give you the perfect excuse or the perfect thing to do when you don't feel like doing what you know you should be doing. I've been working my butt off on the purple journals, and one of these days I will be showing you the progress I've made. But this morning I kind of got off on a tangent. I was doing mindless and mind-numbing sorting. I moved all my spools of sewing thread into a new setup, and I'll probably take a photo of that and show it to you at some point. Anyway, then I thought, well, okay, still don't really want to get back to what I should be doing. So why don't I carry on and tackle this basket? This sits on one of my counters, and as I empty or open Sewing Notion packaging, like, rickrack or bias tape or whatever, I typically throw the things in here. But you can see that this is not very user-friendly. But I'll start with this little guy first. Love this little basket. It has its own cover. Of course, we know that for some of us, having covered and closed containers is not the way to go. What I started doing with this one, and I don't know if I'm totally consistent here, is in the beginning, maybe before I knew any better, let me just shake out the crumbs that are in there. I took buttons off their cards and put them into my button collection. But then, okay. What I'm going to do right now, I guess, is just make a couple of piles and see what I have here. So you can see that I also opened up all these packages and have been using them, the self-cover button kits. This is who knows what. I guess it had pins on it, 12 pearl-headed pins, I'm thinking. Anyway, it looks like I've got a mishmash of stuff. So maybe what I'll do is just make some piles, and you will probably not be able to see them all, but you're seeing them as I touch them. So these are the little envelopes that extra buttons come in, or maybe used to come in, on when you buy certain garments. Oh, I have quite a few of those. Look at this cute little Eddie Bauer one. Heavy duty. Okay, so I'll make a pile of these, and as I find more, I'll just add to it. Yeah, so if you need an avoidance strategy, feel free to sort your sewing notions. Oh, why that corner is missing. And then I'll start another one of button cards. I've never, and so I'm thinking that once I see how many of these I have, and some of them are clearly in kind of rough shape, I should buckle down and use them. Like, some of these are really cool. This one's in sad shape, but, with a backing or whatever, it could work. You can just tell by some of the prices how old things are, 10 cents. Oh, this was bias tape that I bought at an antique store at some point. Thank goodness I didn't pay $2.50 for the package, but where do I have these? Oh, right here. So yeah, if you are trying, oh, look how cute that one is. Shirt buttons. If you are trying to avoid, another Eddie Bauer, avoid doing what you know you should be doing, do something goofy like this. Don't know why some of these, maybe I'll put the ripped things in a pile. And and I said that I was taking the buttons off in the beginning, and then of course you see people doing some really nice, well, you see people including full cards of buttons. Looks like this is a homemade one, on in their journal projects. I'm thinking, well, geez, wouldn't it be nice if I had some buttons on their cards? This one is bad shape. So then now I've stopped doing that. Oh, look at this purple one. Huh. Look at this one, how it's faded. But then any carded buttons that I bought after that, I've been leaving them on their cards. So I guess now I have some of each. Look at this one, that's a different shape. What is this, Guterman? Huh. So I hope that you're well. It is, well, it's only 10 o'clock here, a.m., but it is another one of those dreary days, and I am getting kind of annoyed because if it's going to be overcast and dreary and on the chilly side, then can't we at least have some rain to go with that? You know, we're kind of getting the, oh, what is this? We're kind of getting the downside of that. Oh, here's another purple one. Or is that, oh, or did it just fall off the pile and I'm touching it twice? Never get done at that rate. Another long, skinny one. 45-cent price tag. I should be putting them back in the basket rather than having this cascade. Yeah, we still haven't had any rain this spring, and I think, okay, it's about the 28th or 9th today, whatever the Saturday is. So, you know, I have seen guys working in the field already. Now, the unfortunate part of doing that, if it's a cultivation type process, which it would be, look at this big one. Nothing like doing your mouth on there. It just, you know, when you kind of open up the soil, you're just letting it dry out even more, which is counterintuitive to what we want. But with May right around the corner, you know, things do need to start getting put into the ground. Here's another ratty one. Okay, so that has neatened up slightly. Maybe what I'll do, I'll put these tall guys in there as well. And see, because I have this sticking out, I cannot obviously put the cover on. I'll put the little envelopes there. And maybe it's, I'll leave the, what should I do? What should I do? I'll just put this aside for now. How's that for decisive? Then there were these little things in there as well. Now, what is this, pray tell? Oh, this would have been like the wrapper on some embroidery floss. Do not remove this label. Pull end of thread as needed. Haven't we all made that mistake? Let me just open this up. You know, maybe a little bitty thing like this gets added to a masterboard. I should probably do that with some of these broken down pieces. Okay, so that will be a subcategory. Okay. So also in there was this. What is it? What is it? What is it? It's all foreign. Vino Spumante Blanc, Mexico, Producto d'Italia. Sorry if I'm butchering up your native tongue. Don't know. So that's probably collage fodder. And then this cute little thing. So I have this little tin here with some loose, look at these, how gigantic these hooks and eyes are. Why don't I, mind you, maybe I could keep that on there. Yeah, that's pretty flat. That could be added to a sewing journal. So I'll put that in there. Okay, let's see what's in here. Right off the bat, I see that I have a number of these frog type closures. So let's get, oh, look at that nice piece of tape. Treasure. Oh. It's like they did the eyelet through the plastic bag. It's like a security system or something. Oh, for heaven's sakes. It's caught in that. I want to wreck the card trying to get this off. But look at that, ready to go. Here's another one, another piece of tape. I think these would obviously be great in a sewing journal as well. I'll just add this to the other cards for the time being. And when I see how big a category any of this stuff is, maybe for now, if this is all I have with frogs, I'll put them all in this bag. It's not the greatest solution, but at least it corrals them. Last night when I was going to bed, and it was rather late because, of course, I was watching the... oh, you probably can't see what I'm doing. Let's maybe separate these into types of products. Okay, decorative trims for dresses, veils, sweaters, blouses, hats, belts, scarves. So basically they're tubular beads. Oh, bead stitching. Figure shows the most practical method of pearls. Figures show the most practical method of pearls, etc. to garment. We don't exactly have very good English there. Or grammar, I mean. This is one of those little sewing kits that you get in a, usually in a hotel room. Let's do maybe some of the easier stuff first and then see what's what. I have started using some of these wrappers, and what I did was, it's essentially a trifold, so I just used it as such. That could even be sewn in as a signature page in a cute little journal. Okay, so wrappers. What are these? Snap fasteners. I don't know that I even have the tool to do anything with that. Oh, and these are snaps also. I'll put these off to the side because that's probably not going to be... Oh, here's a little box if I need it. I was going to say red dye, but this is Tintex. For washing machine and hand dyeing, I have other dye somewhere, so it's just a matter of finding it and marrying that up. Plastic yarn needles. Plastic yarn needles. Some of these things defy categories. No sewing hook and eye closures. Okay, like for trousers, the ones that are bigger. 25 cents, man. See, I feel like I should... Whoops. Sometimes you can get these things off nicely and sometimes you cannot. So if it... Well, that's quite dried up. So I'm going to add these little bitty things into that tin. And now we have a card that could be used. Okay, needle books. So this is quite a recent acquisition. I have this vase. I think all my needle book. I don't know if all of them, but of course there's going to be one that's, well, maybe. I know I have more somewhere, but now that I've gotten these guys together, maybe the others will show up. Okay, what is this? A stitch holder. So that's packaging ready to use. That's one of those button cover kits. But of course, if you cut out the template, all you're left with is this. So where did I put the sort of the partial pieces for a masterboard? Complete. Oh, this should go with my button covering kits. Okay, I know where that is, because I was just doing that the other day. Here's another one of those little wrapper doohickeys. So, you know, the thing, if a person is busy toiling away on a journal project or catching up on their sewing or whatever, at the end of the day you have, or at the end of the session, you have something to show for it. If you're just cleaning stuff up and organizing, you really don't have... All you've got is that warm glow in your heart of hearts thinking, okay, now I feel better about that. But it doesn't really... Oh, this is from a zipper. It doesn't really materially change how... That's a lot of holes in there, but of course they would have the color of the zipper showing, so that has some possibilities. Shaped, oh, this is just a ribbon card. That deserves its own category. These are the spool ends off a roll of seam binding. So that can go with the cards. This is another bobbin type thing for ribbon. Oh, here's another one. What is this? Decorator needlepoint imported. This is like heavy duty. So maybe that becomes like a little journal cover. That would be cute. So we separate that. Oh, here's some more needle books. Cool. Looky there, isn't that better? And I'd probably put that in the cabinet where I have all my jars of buttons. Button card. Okay, I think I was in the middle of saying something, but Lord only knows what that might have been. Steel pin sheet. That looks like a collage type paper. Bake crest. This is a wrapper from yarn, from a ball of yarn. Hey, what other goodies do we have here? More snaps. Oh, so basically you just need a hammer and something to smash it with. But look at how I am going to take these off. Easier said than done. What is the trick here? Oh. Oh, come on. Okay. Yesterday I was trying to put some loose embroidery floss around one of those little plastic bobbin type things. But it was so tangled, I won't even admit to how long I spent fooling around with that. Still didn't finish, ended up having to cut it. And you know, sometimes you just have to surrender and say, okay, you win, I give up. Now these will become, I'll put this on a masterboard too. This little guy better come off here. So that's what happens when you get desperate. This is another thing that I bought from that antique store, and this was years ago. This couple had this two-store, and of course this was long before I was into junk journals or anything like that. Oh, I've pretty well taken the word junk journal out of my vocabulary. Before I was into making handmade, lovingly crafted works of art journals. Anyway, the man was unfortunately killed in a car accident, so of course the widow wasn't about to try to maintain that on her own. So there was the big clearance sale. Oh, you know what? I think this came off a box of matches. And these matches were so... you could literally burn yourself. They were so fast to ignite and fast to burn that you could barely, use them before your fingers were going to go up. Anyway, the woman had this clearance sale. So that's when we bought our chaise lounge. That was when I was just about to go for my shoulder surgery, rotator cuff surgery. So we knew I wouldn't be able to sleep in a normal bed. This is stationary. That doesn't really belong with Inukshuk. That doesn't belong there either. Anyway, so we bought several things, and this was, I bought a medal. I can see it from here. It's called, it's sort of like almost a rusty brown in color. 4 drawers with glass fronts. It's all metal, and it's a thread displayer for a store. Star Twist. What else does it say on it? Guaranteed fast colors will boil. So there. Oh, here's a cute little sewing kit. Don't know where that came from. Anyway, I've become sidetracked here, and I'm not really doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Anchor tapestry yarn. What is this? Easy attacher kit. So is this the gizmo that's supposed to snap fastener 16, 15? Looks like, hopefully these are the instructions. Oh yeah, but you still need a hammer. Okay, cool. I am going to put that to work. Let me put that with maybe video ideas. Okay, a little envelope from Needles. I'll put that with the button envelopes. This is different packaging. Seam binding, seam binding. Look at how nice and cute this one is. For washing, we recommend Palmolive Princess Soap Flakes. Did you know that soap comes in flakes? Oh, another frog set. Let me cut this off here. See, sometimes in my quest to get rid of packaging, I prematurely take things off that I wish I would have kept. Okay. Is this something? I guess it could be. Okay, what have we here? Extra large eyelets. That's where you need that tool again for smashing. They don't picture a hammer, but I imagine we need one. I'll add that with that. Okay, why do I have a piece of wallpaper in there? This is cute. Oh, these are from shoelaces. Still cute. Maybe I'll add that to the masterboard thing. Oh, and I love these. I've used these, so I separate them, like I just continue the, well, let me show you. I continue the circle. Maybe not, maybe it's a bit angular there. And I continue the circle. So these could easily, because it's, you know, kind of a cardstock weight, these could easily be tuck spots in a sewing journal. Whoops. How are we doing for time? Should I be taking time to do that? Oh, I guess I can. How much more of this? More little snaps. Covered buttons should be with the buttons. Well, we'll see. If there's time, I'll deal with those. See, this isn't quite as nice. Although this would, because of that rather, it's heavier weight. It's perfectly perfect inside. This could be an over-the-page thing. So that's what will happen there. Velcro, so that's another card. Replacement trouser pockets. Oh, so that could be another over-the-page thingamajig, or cut it in half and make make what with it? Or have it wrap around the page like so, and dangle something from that hole, but this is starting to rip on the folds, so don't do it. Back away, back away. Okay, these must have been, oh, these came out of a fabric sample book. Snap fasteners. Okay, now what language is that? Italian? That is cute, man. That's pretty well ready to go as it is. Although, why is there tape on there? I heard Carol from Crinkled Path talk about using her heat gun to remove, I don't know, price tags or whatever. And it's like, duh, why didn't I think of that? So, of course, now I do it all the time. A little bit of residue there. But that is cool. Like it, I don't know if you can see the striations in the paper, but cool. Another card. Skirt pins. Oh, those will be those big oversized ones. More of these guys. What was this? Oh, these are sort of clothing. These are obviously off-thrifted things. Variety of sizes and shapes. Okay, so I have another one of those right there. Another button card. That's clothing. Oh, needle threaders. Oh, and needles. Huh. Another clothing thing. What is this from? Clothing, I guess. Oh, these are off ribbon. So same diff. Where did I put the, don't you love my neat sorting? Another needle little doohickey. Wait, how does this go together? Oh, I guess that doesn't really close. Let me put that there. I'll put that there. What is this? Heavy duty snap. Boy, oh boy, did I. Mind you, I didn't set out to buy snap kits. So obviously every woman who's ever had a sewing basket bought some snap kits and then I ended up with them. Oh, that's just cardstock. A yarn wrapper. Jaeger. Polyester and wool. Oh, so this is a clothing thing. ABC. Oh, this is off a briefcase. Oh, that's a guy's business. That's a lawyer's business card. Now, this is interesting. Okay, wide lace. Look at that. I paid 19 cents for that. So that's one of those that I should use a heat gun to remove because surely that will rip the paper. Fabric yo-yos. Fabric yo-yos. Where I can see the bottom of, oh look, some rickrack. See the bottom. I should have brought some. Oh, this is like a little metal, not metal, but foil. Made in Canada. This was like a crimping type thing around some, okay, belting. So that's, now was it ribbon or was it seam binding? I don't know. We must keep this because it has an eyelet on it. Or I mean a hook. Two of the those little guys. Of course, we mustn't throw that away. Little black hook and eyes. Another wrapper, another needle thing. Wonder where that goes. So I'll put it with the other one in that basket. I hope that you have tack. Okay, this would have been around, oh, it says ribbon. Zeller's no longer exists. This came off a zipper. I just took this off the other day. We mustn't throw this out either, because look at, there's 2 inches of it here. Rick-rack. This is off embroidery floss. And these are more of those snappy things. Oh, and some more. Oh, this is another one of those things. Corticelli pull skein. And 2 more of these guys. That might be a nice addition to something. Wasn't that informative? You could use this for something. Now, what, pray tell, is this? Similar. Maybe it just held the piece down, further down the skein or roll or whatever it was. Those are cool, man. Let me shake the lint out of that. Voila. It's all here now. Okay, what's in here? This is the last of it. I might need that bag. Okay, more hooks and eyes. Look how cute this is, these little baby ones. 3 of them left on there. Giant ones. Giant, giant, giant. Well, no, baby. Giant. And look at these. Oh, for a fur coat. And here's just the hook from a fur coat. Well, let's take this off. And then we can use the card. And this could probably be sewn onto, this could be attached to a snippet or something. Don't really want to tear the card, which is likely to happen. Okay. DeLong, hooks and eyes, brass, rust, never. Rust, question mark, never, exclamation mark. Look at this cute little teeny tiny divided box. I must have got that in an assortment of things. Okay, let's grab all the snaps. Let's take off the snaps that... Oh! We have a projectile in the craft room. Okay. Let's say if it's just 1 or 2, we're taking them off. And it seems to me I have used snaps on different fabric pieces. You know, as just a decorative element. Am I trying to put them in the wrong? Oh, give me strength. These things oh, did you hear that? She broke the code and figured out how to do it. Okay, anything that's got several on it, I will leave intact. That one I'll take them off. Oh my goodness. I think I will make decisions about this after I turn the camera off, because you don't need to watch me do that. Oh, look at this one. This was another one from the antique store. Closeout. Okay, so far I'm just putting these beside me in a catch-all box to deal with afterwards. Okay, let's grab all of these and get an elastic around them to contain them a bit. I will come up with some ideas for using these and do a video, just because I've got 3 million. And if you have any bright ideas, always, 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 I'm open to hear them. Okay, I think that might be it for those guys. I have an elastic here on my desk. You know, I bought, I was sick and tired of having elastics that were breaking because they were old or never having the right size or whatever. So one day I'm at the dollar store and I buy a pack, like a little plastic container of them. Where should I put this? Maybe in here with these button thingamajiggers. And I made, it's just to sort of contain this a bit. Anyway, I bring them home. And like, I'm really sensitive to noxious smells. And the off-gassing, the toxic stink that was coming off those elastics, like, was just making me sick. So I thought, well, I am not using them. But, you know, hate to waste anything either. So I kind of spread them. I opened them. I dumped them out. I spread them out thinking, well, they, you know, over time will air out. Well, I pretty well gave up on that also. I think my husband maybe took them out to the garage, and I guess in, you know, 2 or 3 years, if the smell is finally gone, then I'll use them. But honest to goodness, you know, it's like when you walk into, and I won't mention store names, but when you walk into some of those stores that sell, in the mall, that sell, you know, cheap costume jewelry, you know, the market, or the intended market, or the intended audience is, you know, teenage girls, young girls with small budgets, costume jewelry. And trust me, my daughter, you know, we spent a fair bit of money there over the years. Well, now they've gotten into more footwear. And of course, it is nothing resembling natural product. So it is just, you walk by that store, those stores in the mall, and this old sniffer can pick up that scent and get an instant headache, because it is, the whole store is just full of that stuff. I know that in the past, when we've been doing renovations, you know, needed countertops at some point. Some of those manufacturing kind of places where you can buy sinks and so on, countertops, things like that. So I'd walk into a place, get a headache immediately, and I would say to whoever's working the counter, how can you stand that smell? And inevitably, they would say, what smell? And I'd say, oh yeah, okay, so your nose doesn't work anymore. And I'm thinking, when they say that we have nano particles of plastic and other crap in our bodies, and even babies do, not that many babies are ordering countertops, we know that that cannot be a good and safe place to work. But I guess people do what they need to do to keep body and soul together. But oh my goodness, I think it's criminal that that people have to work in conditions like that and have maybe been there so long that they don't even, that's too wide for an over-the-top thing. Oh, let me just do what I've always done. Yeah, yes, we admire people who will work as opposed to, hoping someone else will take care of them. But I also think that sometimes people are putting themselves in harm's way because either they don't know any better, they can't get a better job or whatever. And of course, we, guilty as charged, we, the consumer, we're buying these things. And, somebody's health is at risk working in these places. Anyway, how did I get off on a tangent like that? Oh, elastic bands. Yeah, so, and that day, I bought not one, but two. Oh, here are more snaps. Two different stores, I also bought some fancy ones that are colored, like they were sort of teal, black, and I thought there was a third color in the package. So, yes, I'm shallow enough to buy elastic bands because of their colors. Okie dokie. Okay, we're almost done. I'm almost done here. I said these would be over the top things. Let's throw those frogs in there. Maybe I could get an elastic around. Oh, that's a round one. That is a little more complicated. That is just paper. Those are different. Okay. I'm basically just gathering up the cards. That's different. Or the heavier duty things that don't need to be backed. That's paper, that's something else. That's a card. These are cards. Oh, is there no end to these hooks? What is this? Probably for winding. That is probably it for this type of thing. Another elastic. So yes, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse to have a nose and a head that is so sensitive. My husband has a poor sense of smell. My daughter claims that she has a poor sense of smell. So I must have gotten everybody's. I got more than my share. So diesel, tar, oil. Oh, here's another card. Diesel, oil, fuel, tar, perfume. I'm going to open this up, maybe cut it open. Probably going to wreck this if I try to tear it. So I'm just going to cut this open. If I could see the line. Put a clip around these papery things. That's a wrapper, but I guess that'll be okay. Those are the torn pieces. This is paper. Paper. Torn zipper. Those are the ones with the hooks. That's, I said that would be over the top. That idea is so over the top. Okay, now these things, did I even have a good look at them? That's another card. Okay, what was this? Oh, rickrack and seam binding. That has some printing inside. And look at that, it's got a built-in window. Well, those two are in a class all their own. This is fairly, oh, I've got 3 of those. I will show you the bundles in 1 second. This is kind of on the lighter side. Maybe I'll let it, I don't know. These things are subject to change. Throw those needles in that box. Throw these yarn things in the box. This in the box. Paper. That's paper. I'll leave these little guys here with the stuff for the master board. Maybe I'll just put a clip on this. This is something. Oh. In case you were afraid there'd be a shortage of hooks and eyes. No, there's more. I'll just put a little clamperuno on this. Or how about a paper clip? That doesn't seem to be holding worth a darn. Okay. Now these are, okay, this is an over-the-top thing too. So that's hard. These are kind of clothing and clothing tags, not labels. I am, you know, when you're not consistent in what you do, like I know that I have salvaged a bunch of clothing tags, you know, the kind that are sewn in at the back of your neck. But I will be darned if I know where I've put them. So, you know, when you have 2 or 3 places for the same thing, this is weird. So I would say I'll add it to the collage thing. Do you see that I'm almost done? This is not a very good, this is a mishmash category here. But for the sake of getting it done, let's just do that. Okay, those foily things might end up. Okay, this, and this, and these are some kind of little. Oh, they're intended to be sewn on because they have holes in them. I'll put that in there. And that button needs to go home to the other buttons. Oh, and I have these guys that I put aside early on. Okay, so I have this that needs further work. I think I'm going to, with some of these snap kits, I'm going to figure out, I'm going to try some stuff, either with paper or fabric, and see if I can make a dent in those. These bobbiny things will go to where I keep my ribbon, because I always seem to need those. Okay, so I have this little tin of some snaps and other odds and ends that I kind of ripped up. These are the over-the-top kind of things that are already, you know, hinged and have that crease in them, so why fight it? If you can't beat them, join them. So that is that. Now, what did I do with the ones with the windows? Did I put an elastic? Okay, let me show you what I have here. And we'll call this a video. Okay, so in here I have a bunch of these that still need I either need to remove them, if there are just a few pieces left, remove them, decide if they can be used as is. You know, this is pretty, you know, low profile, so that could probably be used as is. Okay, so there's that. There's the frogs, these spool ends, these cards, these three that have the windows. These are more papery. These are the seam binding ones. These are the smaller ones that have tags. And you know, I bought the other day, I like this color. So when I was at Dollar Tree, I bought 2 of these. So we know that rectangles and squares are easier to, you know, they take up less space. So let us, and I have to say this, I mean, maybe I haven't really, oh, you know, I think I can get everything in here. Do I want my needle? Yeah, maybe I should put the needle books in there too. This way, all of these things will be together. So these are the little wrappers. So actually, I need a few more elastics because I will be tackling this, soon, relatively soon, in YouTube years. How soon would that be? Okay, these are, well, maybe these needle things can stay with the button envelopes. At least this way, it's like with like. And then you think to yourself, oh, I have quite a few of those. Yes, I can use them. I don't need to keep them anymore. You know, like use it, don't store it. These, and now here's another one. Now I have freed up this cute little basket. Maybe it should go to the bedroom and be on my nightstand or something. Put some lotions and potions in there. Love this. I might have another one, another size. Love the colors. Love the fact that it, you know, closes. Okay. So how are we doing for time? Oh dear. Okay. You get the gist of this. I'm going to further sort these into maybe, I don't know, size or vintage, you know, keep the oldest ones together. Oldest may mean rattiest, I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you are aware of my open collab, which is Pick a Pocket. I did the launch video. That would have been, well, a few days ago, but of course that's, again, it's YouTube time, so anyway, yes, please, when you are making some pockets, by all means, use that hashtag, pick a pocket, tag someone else, put my name in the title so that I can find it and see what you're doing. And I hope that this collaboration takes on a life of its own and just circumnavigates the globe, because it's easy and it's fun and there's no pressure. Anyway, guys, I'm going to stop there. Stop as far as you're concerned. I'm going to finish the job. And yeah, I will take some pictures of my new thread setup and maybe this bin when it's all complete. And you can expect to see, because, you know, that's sort of the nature of the beast. When we see what we have and we've got it in some kind of, you know, usable, accessible format, it just seems like, oh, now is the time to actually use it, because otherwise we boy, this ladies fashion thing was millions of those, because now we know what we have and we can lay our hands on it easily. So thank you so much for joining me. I haven't looked at my subscription numbers lately. I'm a little behind on replying to comments, but please keep them coming, because you know I will reply to every single one. Anyway, I'm closing in on 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! So you know what that means. That's going to mean journal giveaway time. So I would love to have you as part of the potential, have you as a potential winner. I will be, well, of course, there will be an actual video announcing it and probably showing the prize or whatever. But I do definitely, I will be limiting it to Canada and the US. But anyway, yes, please. Join, subscribe, like, comment. You know what to do. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye.